But you guys can watch this later. All 6 of you. Good morning, Breath Fitness class. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Hey, nice and sunny today. It's going to be an amazing day. So just a couple minutes of my travels, maybe some lessons. I was in Poland last week teaching a group. We had 400 participants that we separated into 100 people, 100 groups each, and then we separated again into 20 groups of 25. But we took 100 people, we led 100 people up Mount Snezga in our shorts, shirtless. Everyone can do it. And then people came back, and some of the people, because we had 20-year-olds to 70-year-olds, some of the 20-year-olds were like, that wasn't hard enough. And so they could take ice baths some of them did 20-minute ice baths on their own accord, by the way. What's that? Yeah, that's right. That's right. But yeah, I mean, everyone has a different level of tolerance for this stuff. And one day we went to the famous waterfall and sort of swimming hole that Wim Hof you see jumping off of and stuff. And of course, as soon as we get there, he comes out of a cave playing bongos with like a crazy deer hat. And that was sort of the theme of the stuff that we do. It's not that serious, guys. Like doing the breath work and stuff. Yeah, for a moment, I remind you guys we take it serious in order to get that increase in adrenaline and that sort of higher ready state. But life shouldn't be that serious. And that's sort of what Wim reminds us of. And for sure, we all take it too serious in at least some moments of the day. So a lot of play was part of the game. And we had a group of 25 and we were with them all week. I interviewed a few of the other instructors, sort of interviewing meaning like just to see what they did with their groups, because we all did something a little bit different with our groups. And one of my favorite responses was, as soon as the group got together for the first day, this one instructor that's been doing it a lot, he said, all right, they get together, they literally get in the conference room that you're gonna get, this is the room you're gonna be in all week, aside from the expeditions that we're doing. And he says, everyone get on all fours. and then it was, try and touch someone's ankle and don't let them touch yours. And so everyone's crawling around like playing a game. And he said, and then he stops and he says, when you're kids, do you introduce yourself to the people on the playground? Are you like, hey, my name's... No, you just like slap them on the back and you just start playing. And so I thought that's pretty neat, because we don't do that as adults. We gotta, do our thing. And I don't know, but do we have to do that? I mean, some of us do, Wim doesn't, So it's kind of nice to be reminded to be unfiltered sometimes and just get loose and feel free and feel crazy. And it really fills you with a lot when you get out of your comfort zone. When you dance somewhere that you're not supposed to dance, or you do something that you're not supposed to, that everyone would think that you're not supposed to do, man, it feels really good. So we'll get a little silly today, but the other thing he does, this instructor would do, which was awesome. We do this in the Wim Hof stuff a lot. I don't make you guys do it, but they make you pair up and we sit in front of each other and just stare in each other's eyes. Yeah. Yeah. To break barriers. And I'm like, ooh, I hate that part. How long do you do it? And he says, I do it for as long as I can stand it, because I can tell how uncomfortable it makes a lot of people. Yeah. What do you think, Tina? Does that sound? Wow, do you want to do it today? No. Yeah. double nose. Yeah. No, but this, you just sit there. Oh my God, yeah. I don't think the Friday afternoon class needs to include that. But if we're going to be with each other all week and we didn't know each other, I can kind of see that, just break down the walls, break down the barriers a little bit. But yeah, he does it until he can't stand it anymore, which is awesome. How long did I do it? I've done it in most of the Wim Hof training that I've done. They make us do it, and yeah, I hate it. I'm just like it's why is it so uncomfortable? It's weird. right? But you have this like barrier, and then they do something too where, you know, you get a little bit closer and you try and sense somebody else's comfort barrier, which that is palpable, right? You could get a little closer and they're like, ugh, and you can see them like, oh, okay, I felt it. All right, I'm gonna take a few steps back. But if we get real weird, I mean, your heart has like an electromagnetic field that it goes out 3 feet, apparently. So I don't know, maybe some people's hearts go out a little bit more and some less. I don't know. Ooh, and just see what's going on. Dogs do, dogs. Right, right. Well, I don't disagree that we shouldn't just sniff each other's genitals when we meet. That's right. Just a little nibble and a little sniff. Yeah. I see what you've been eating. You've been at Burger King. Okay, let's just do it. Let's warm up and get to business. I'm going to give you guys, I was telling some of you, but I felt the sort of myself getting sick a couple of times. I mean, I was in, I don't know, 7 countries or 7 cities, and I would use the breath work. And I was like, there was once where I was like, man, I'm for sure getting sick, which is kind of embarrassing as like a Wim Hof instructor for some reason. But I mean, everybody gets sick. I know you get sick too, but I was like, for sure I'm getting sick. There's no way I'm fending this off. I could feel it. And sure enough, breath work, 40 minutes of breath work in the morning, which is much more than I would want to do. And man, that day I was okay. That next day, I was awesome. I couldn't believe it. And guys, I used to get sick a lot. And it was because of my poor lung capacity and my breath work. My breathing was bad. And man, this is the real deal. If you don't want to get sick,
accelerated, like the whole 40 minutes.
Yeah, so this is what we're going to do today. And for those of you listening later, or there's a couple people, I don't know, I can't see it. We're going to do at 9:30. We're going to do our breath work. We're going to do 28 minutes of breath work, but we're going to take our time, right? We're going to go up and down. We're going to breathe for 30 seconds, hold our breath for 30, then 60, 60, 90, 90. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, 2.5 minutes, 3, then we're gonna get to 3 minutes and even 3.5 minutes. The first initial part of it, that first 10 minutes just flies by. I mean, honestly, you feel like you're barely keeping up, and you don't have to, let's practice this for a moment. You don't have to, feel much at first. You don't have to feel much, you don't have to try hard. You're just kind of getting the motions down, and it's the last rounds that, wow, now it's starting to work. So we're going to take 5 breaths. We're going to pause with a 6th breath. And this hold that you do at the end is very potent and valuable. And I watched some people, I watched someone in Tahoe pass out when we did this. And we've had people here pass out when you do this. Because when you do a full breath like this, we're going to take a full breath on the 6th breath. We're going to pause with this full breath. And it creates this interthoracic pressure that drops your blood pressure for a moment. So you don't really have to squeeze. We're using the pressure of the breath to sort of create this manipulation of our circulatory system, of our heart rate and stuff. And it's very healthy, and you don't have to use a lot of force, which is even better, because then you can keep practicing it. And it feels good, and this is sort of the finale of a Wim Hof breath. You've done some of the Wim Hof stuff before? A little bit?
I've done a little bit of stuff.
Oh, today's the day then. Here we go. Throwing you right in the deep end, because most people here know it, and I'm sure it'll be good. You'll be able to follow along. But we're going to take 5 breaths. We're going to pause with a 6th breath, and don't think you have to do this right or feel anything. I just want you to listen to what I'm saying. So after the 5th breath is out, or after we take the 5th breath in, we let it all out, and we kind of hunch ourselves over, and then we fill from down low as much as we can fill, and then we have extra room when we fill. As we arch up, as we change our posture, we fill a little bit more, and then we fill one more time completely full, and man, you're gonna have a lot of pressure in there. And so be gentle with yourself and kind of let that pressure sit down, and you're holding the pressure for a moment. And check this out, we're getting weird, guys. While you're holding the pressure, you're gonna okay, here, I feel some of the pressure building up, and you do like a emptying a bottle, how it takes not even a full 360 kind of rotation. With your head straight, it's not with your head, it's with your body. You do a little rotation, and you let go right afterwards. The moment you feel anything come up, you let go, and then that's when it sort of washes over you. So we are getting very in tune with our circulation and the movement of this cerebral spinal fluid and blood flow. So here we go. Guys, let's just take, this is our practice one that we're going to use later when we do our breath work. Does somebody have a clock that's easy accessible they can remind me? I know everyone turned their phones off. Perfect. That's perfect. Here we go. So 5 breaths in, big breath in all the way in, and let go. 4, and let go. 3, and let go. 2, 1. Now all the way in, all the way out, and hunch over a little bit. Now fill while you're low. Go up a little bit more, fill. Up a little bit more, all the way up and fill. Pause with that full breath. Pressure's in your chest. Let the pressure sink deeper towards your spine a little bit. A tiny little rotation, even 1 or 2. Feel something come up. Let go of the pressure and let go of the breath. Good. I don't expect you to feel much then, but that's what we're going to use. And later on, you can add a little bit more emphasis to kind of certain parts of that. But does that make sense, guys? So it's like you fill completely. You felt it already, huh? Yes. Yeah.
Come on.
We're doing whippets. I know. Exactly. Once you get good at this, I mean, you could keep, the idea is you could do this with very little effort. It's like, man, because you can use this, it changes your brain activity for a moment. So you can literally, like, you're nervous about something, you're worried about something, you can kind of use breaths like this. And not only that, but you can create interthoracic pressure with breaths. You could do this without doing that breath hold. Once you're sensitive to how to do it, man, you can just take some full breaths. Like I can, as I'm talking, I can do it. I start to get goosebumps when I create interthoracic pressure and when I create this interoceptive focus about fluid movement in your body. I mean, it's just incredible. Okay, guys, stand up. We're gonna warm up a little bit. Good, but that's exactly what I wanted you to experience is that, like, man, this head rush stuff happens quickly. All right, let's do, just stand there, arms out to the side, looking, be sensitive to how you feel. See how your body's feeling for a moment. You don't feel much now because we haven't been doing much. But here we go. We're going to start with the slapping, the taps. Start with your leg. Don't go easy. We don't want to do this all day. Just go nice and hard. Don't forget anything, if you know what I mean. Woo. Just wake it all up. So easy. That's why I took off my sweatshirt, actually, because I don't like the padding for this. The less padding, the better. All the way down your sides. The underneath side, I think, does a lot for your lymph system. There we are. Back, don't forget your head. Some of us need more slapping than others. All right, a little bit of swinging. Look all the way behind you, if you can, if it's comfortable. Let your arms hit yourself a little bit. Smack yourself. Like when you were a kid, huh? Heart openers, windmills of some sort. Okay, now just stand there, close your eyes, and feel that. There it is. Energy's moving, electricity's moving. Let's do a tiny, quick warm-up. You can sit down. I love this one. I'm gonna go fast. Remember, you are not pushing into these stretches. What you're doing is relaxing into them with an exhale. So we're gonna try and touch our toes if we can. Relax, exhale. Open your legs. Relax, exhale. Pick a side, your forehead to your knee, relax, exhale. Or as close as you can get, guys, I know. And then reach over with your opposite hand over the top so you get a little extra stretch there. Relax. Other side. Over the top. It can really be this fast, guys. Butterflies. Knees all the way to the ground. Just kidding. Nobody can do that. I can do it. Nobody else can do it, though. It's okay. It's not for you guys. Okay. Pick one side.
Miles gonna fight.
The chicken leg. Is this what this is called? Somebody, the chicken wing. The chicken wing. Relax, exhale. What do you have? You have a pigeon. That's why. Why do I always call it the chicken wing? I know it's the pigeon. And then grab one foot for a moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna just make up my own. It's the
I like it. Please do.
it's the hot wing. It's this. No, here I got it. Yeah. So this is the hot wing we're doing, and I'll say it like it's everyone should know. Yeah. I'm sure you guys know the hot wing. And then when you grab your leg, this is the spicy hot wing. Ooh, yes. That feels spicy, doesn't it? Oh, nice. What else we got? Ooh, we got to do this too, guys. A little, if you can roll on your back a little bit, if you can. Whatever feels good though, as much as feels comfortable for you. All right, good, guys, looking good. Nice work. All right, we did it. We're warm. Let's go. Let's give it a nice couple minutes. So, with this sequence we're doing, 30, 30, 60, 60, while I say 30 seconds, if you're following along at home, are we at 9:25 hopefully?
Yes.
Beautiful. If you're following along at home, I say we are breathing for 30 seconds, and then you find your last breath at 30 seconds, at the mark, right? So we hit the mark, and you're basically taking your last final breath in, and you're letting it go nice and slow. If you're sitting up, I do recommend we do this one sitting up. I think this is a great 30-minute routine sitting up. It is nice if you have something to lean against, but you don't have to, okay? And then when we hold our breath, we're gonna be breathing, then we relax and hold our breath. Find some, let go 50% or even less, maybe 40%. So you still have about 60% left. So your stomach protrudes a little bit and you have this Buddha belly. And so what you'll notice is you can really sit comfortably with this little Buddha belly and gives you a little bit of extra pressure, okay? So that's important. So mostly in the Wim Hof stuff, you let go and you don't have anything left in your lungs. But in this, we want enough that gives us the pressure to keep us upright, okay? And then we've been holding our breath, but we got to do that finale breath. So 10 seconds before each of these markers, before each of these number markers, we're going to do our finale breath. We're going to let go. And so it's not quite 30 seconds. It's not quite 1 minute. It's always 10 seconds short. And then it takes us another 10 seconds to finish the breath. So we take that little chunk out of it, just in case if you want to be precise or whatever. But we're going to keep it rolling. So we're about to start. Let's just do a quick exercises, a little neuromuscular engagement. Find your 4 fingers, find some meat, hunch your spine over. And now we're going to breathe 3 in the belly, into the belly, and let go. Number 2, just getting the belly moving and let go. Number 3, and let go. Now belly pause and then into your chest, into your belly. Pause into your chest, then let go. 2 more in the belly. Pause in the chest, and let go. Now hold on guys, feel this for a moment. We've got potentially 45 diaphragmatic structures in our breathing process. And when you take that full breath in and you kind of raise your shoulders up a little bit, you're literally opening up more diaphragmatic structures, not just your diaphragm there. And so pause for half of a second and sort of feel the momentum, like when you're a little kid in a bathtub and you're making a tidal wave and you kind of like get in tune with that momentum. Man, make this little kid bathtub action happen inside and you'll feel it. And actually the breaths for this whole sequence are not this. They're better like this. You're gonna feel that the diaphragmatic structures open up, and Wim even says you breathe into your belly, into your chest, into your head, and he's probably not wrong. You open up these diaphragmatic structures in your head. So let's do one more belly pause and then into your head. Here we go. Into the belly, into the chest, and let go. So your shoulders aid in this process. Does that make sense, guys? When you're getting up high, but for sure, let it roll from your belly to your chest, and realize that tension in the neck and shoulders and that raising your shoulders a little bit you can experiment while we're going. You can feel the sensations. So we're gonna start slow, we're gonna speed it up, we're gonna start with 3 breaths together, we're gonna end each round approximately with 3 breaths together, and we're up. Any questions before we begin? Everybody good? All right. Guys, awesome, thank you so much for being here. Let's increase our adrenaline, our sensitivity to our nervous system, our awareness, and let's begin. Here we go. Big breath in all the way in, then let go. Number 2, then let go. Number 3, then let go. Now you're on your own, same breaths. This first few moments, we're just getting the airflow moving, nothing really matters. We're just feeling good, letting our spine curl and uncurl, our hips turn over. Now, 2 breaths together, here we go. 2, 1, last big deep breath all the way in. Let it go slow. Find that little Buddha belly, lock it in, and we're just gonna pause for really only about 10 seconds here. Ooh, that's our 9:30 clock. Awesome, guys. Perfect, you made it to the end. Push the rest out. All the way back into the top. Pause with a full breath for just a moment. Feel that pressure. First, let go of the pressure. Let go of the breath. That's just the beginning. Here we go. 3 together. Start slow. 3, 2, 1. Now you're on your own. Nose breathing in the beginning is fine. Let's speed it up for 5 seconds. Here we go. Perfect job, guys. Now we're gonna bring our heart rate down. Short breath in, long breath out through the teeth. Not even all the way out, just elongating your exhale. Short breath in, long breath out. You're almost to the end. Sync up in 2, 1. Last big deep breath all the way in. Let it go slow. Find that Buddha belly, lock it in, and hold your breath. So I told you it starts very quickly. We just keep switching it up. And this is gonna go by in a flash. But so now you're just being aware of the little bit of sensitivity that you've enhanced, right? When we breathe fast like this, when you get a dose of adrenaline, your pupils dilate, your hearing gets better, your skin gets more sensitive. You're almost to the end, guys. You can slowly count, keep your monkey mind something to do. 3, 2, 1, you made it to the end, push the rest out. Hunch over as you do. Now fill at the bottom. Lean up, fill medium. Now fill to the top. Pause with that full breath for just a moment. Set the pressure deeper towards your spine. A tiny rotation of a stiff spine. If you feel anything, let go of the pressure and let go of the breath. Good. Here we go. Let's start slow. 3 together. 2, 1. And you're on your own. Now, we have 20 seconds to kind of push ourselves out of our comfort zone. Let's go. You can speed it up. 15 seconds left. You can go the fastest you've gone so far. Last few quick ones. Perfect job, guys. Let's get our heart rate down. Short breath in, long breath out through the teeth. Deflate effortlessly. Relax your body, your neck and shoulders. Relax your forehead. Loosen up, sync back up with me in 2. 1. Last big deep breath all the way in. Let it go slow. Find that Buddha belly, lock it in. Allow that pressure to keep yourself upright. You can keep your chin up a little bit, sort of set your spine on top of each other so you can sit comfortably with the least amount of effort, the least amount of tension, but realize it requires a bit of core strength to sit yourself upright. So keep that tension. And know that even if you miss some of the steps, that you're doing it right and it's gonna work. And when you get into these mental states, you start to disassociate in a positive way. This is a positive disassociation because it creates this interoceptive focus about what's going on. So sometimes it's hard to follow directions, but just hop back on if you fall off, and you're gonna be right with us. We have about 10 seconds left. Just keep holding. You can start your count, relaxing into your count, slowly counting to any number. 3, 2, 1. You made it to the end. Push the rest out. Fill all the way at the bottom. Fill medium. Fill to the top. Pause with that full breath. Keep the pressure in your chest. A tiny single rotation, if you would. And you sort of feel sensations rise up. Let go of, as soon as it feels good, let go of the pressure. Let go of the breath. Good work, guys. Here we go. Let's start slow. 3 together. 2, 1. Now, we have about 50 seconds, guys. Slowly increase the pace of your breath. We're going on a little journey of difficulty. And when we really start to speed it up, consider it a serious moment and intentionally release adrenaline. You don't have to wonder how to do it. We got 25 seconds left, guys. Here we go. Consider this a serious moment, and for 15 seconds, how do you breathe in a fight or flight state? Here we go. Perfect job, guys. Let's bring the pace down now. Short breath in, long breath out through the teeth. Deflate. Hopefully you feel some of that warmth from heating up our intercostals. Loosen up, sync back up with me in 2. 1. Last big deep breath all the way in. Let it go slow. Find that Buddha belly. Lock it in. Try to move the least amount possible and hold your breath. And feel that electricity that we turned on. We turned on the gas, guys. This is the fuel for your endocrine system. This is the fuel for your hormones. You ever feel like you have a lack of the juice that makes you feel good? The serotonin, the dopamine. We can turn that on. We can create electricity or pull electricity in from the outside and ignite a flame under these neurotransmitters. They're gonna make you feel good, make you feel euphoric. Happiness, guys, is inside. All the things we love outside are catalysts to what's inside. So you could slowly start your count now, slowly counting to any number. And of course, if you had to breathe, if you get to a high urge and you have to breathe, that's okay. But try and hang out a little bit longer and be sensitive to the blood flow retreating from around your nose and your ears. Your nose starts to open up. 3, 2, 1. You made it to the end. Push the rest out and lean over. All the way back in. Fill the bottom. Fill medium. Fill the top. Pause with that full breath. Let the pressure sink deeper. It pushes out around your heart. A stiff spine and a tiny rotation. Even 2 if you need to. 2's the most you'd probably need. Feel the sensations rise up. First, let go of the pressure. Let go of the breath. Good job, guys. Here we go. Start slow. 3 breaths together. In the beginning of these rounds, nose breathing's okay. And then switching to mouth breathing is going to be more potent. Number 2. Number 3. Now you're on your own. This is our 2.5 minute round. But we used a little portion of that for our finale breath. So we only have about 1.5 minutes left. Each breath a little faster than the last. What you're trying to create is the goosebumps that happen behind the back of your ears, going down your neck. That is your sign that you're getting that adrenaline increase. Remember, they don't have to be fast, but they have to be big. A half a second pause so you can feel the momentum at the top of your breath. Guys, we have 30 seconds to push ourselves right now. Here we go. Let's go. Let your spine be loose. Your hips turn over and roll a little bit. Let your belly button go inside a little bit as you exhale if you want. Last few quick ones, guys. Perfect job. Let's bring the pace down. Short breath in. Long breath out through the teeth. Deflate as you relax your body. Loosen up, sink back up with me in 2. 1. Last big deep breath all the way in. Let it go slow. Find that little bit of pressure that keeps you upright. Lock it in and hold your breath. So hopefully you're starting to feel that state change. You start to change states. You get a shift in consciousness. What is consciousness? But just what you see in your mind's eye. It is very real and can create shapes, and you can see a frequency sometimes. You can see a pulse, not the pulse of your heart rate, but you can see this almost vibration if you look closely. But allow, we have the sun out, we have the reflection of the water, so we've got lights reflected in different ways. Allow that to just get in tune with your consciousness. And accelerate sort of what you see in your mind's eye. When we make this shift into sort of a delta relaxation state, this is how you feel right when you wake up and maybe right before you fall asleep. This is when you can sort of forget the troubles of the world and give yourself the opportunity to focus on yourself, to be the best versions of yourself. You've got to disassociate from all the sort of worries and pain of the world. You're almost to the end, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You made it to the end. Push the rest out. Hunch over as you do. Full breath in. Fill to medium. Fill to the top. Shoulders up. Nice and full. Keep that pressure in your chest. Lock it in. Let the pressure push out 360 degrees around your heart. A tiny rotation of your spine. We only have one more round after this. You can start your count now, slowly counting to any number. Feel that dopamine, that neuroepinephrine. You're almost to the end, guys. 3, 2, 1. You made it to the end. Push the rest out. As you hunch over, full breath into the bottom, into the middle, into the top. Take a little extra even. Shoulders up. Let your shoulders sink down. Let the pressure sink towards the back of your spine. Pushes out around your heart. A tiny rotation of a stiff spine. Feel the pressure go up to your head. First, relieve the pressure, relieve the breath. Awesome work, guys. We only have one round left. Did you make it to that one?
Yeah.
Close? No.
Breathe just a little
Good.
out in the middle of it.
Perfect. Awesome. Here we go. Last round. 3 together. Good. 3, 2, 1. On your own. Make it feel good. I like a little nose breathing in the beginning. This is a 3.5 minute round. Let your spine be loose, curling and uncurling with each breath. Make it feel comfortable, guys. And slowly start to pick it up. We're going to get a nice couple minutes of meditation after this round. Allow yourself to push past that resistance of your body saying, that's too much, or you can't do it anymore, I don't want anymore. You're going to feel good after, guys, I promise. Get out of your comfort zone, guys. We have about 1.5 minutes left, but only 1 minute of fast breathing left. The last 30 seconds of every round, you know, we get our heart rate down. So essentially 1 minute left, guys. Here we go. The most you're gonna have to push yourself today in this 1 minute. Here we go. Seconds left, guys. This is the most difficult last piece you got. Here we go. If you haven't felt those goosebumps yet, make it happen. 20 seconds left. Last few quick ones. That's it, guys. We did it. Short breaths in, long breaths out. If you have the wall to lean into, you can lean into the wall. If you don't, Just sit up straight. Get yourself a nice posture that you're going to be able to sit comfortably in. Short breaths in, long breaths out. Deflate effortlessly as you relax. Loosen up and sync back up with me in 3, 2, 1. Last big deep breath in. Let it go super slow. Cap it off so you have about 60% left sitting there comfortably. Locking in. And just feel, guys. That sensitivity that you've heightened. Hyper oxygenated your body. The presence of oxygen is the absence of disease. We've changed our pH ever so slightly. And now our body's kicking into high gear to reset. We've shifted our brain waves to create more electricity and synapse firing near the brainstem. We've overridden the circulatory system. We've overridden the release of hormones. We're getting all the great benefits of a fight or flight state, but we did it in a controlled way. So potentially have less of a dose of cortisol that would go with that adrenaline. Precursor is dopamine. It all happened, guys. You did it. We still have about a minute left on our breath hold if you want. Just try and hold out a little longer. Peacefully, comfortably. Meditation is the result of the steps that we followed. So now we've gotten ourselves into an incredible meditative state. You can start your count now, guys. Any number. Just keep control of the urge to breathe. You're almost to the end. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You made it to the end. Push the rest out. Down low. Fill low. Fill medium. Fill to the top. Couple extra sips. Pressures in your chest. Let it sink deeper towards your heart. Tiny rotation of a straight spine. Feel those sensations. First, let go of the pressure. Let go of the breath. Awesome work, guys. We'll do one more 5-breath sequence together, and then we're just gonna sit quietly till we hear the bells. Here we go. This is optional, guys. You can just sit quietly. When you're done with this, light nose breathing, even let your air hunger build up so much that you really start to clear up your nose. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last big deep breath all the way in. Couple extra sips. Lock it in. Pressure's in your chest. This time, if you want to add a little extra pressure, put a little flex on that pressure. tiny rotation of a stiff spine. Whenever it feels good to you guys, let go of the pressure, let go of the breath, and light nose breathing now. And we're just going to sit in peaceful quiet. Thanks for joining me today, guys.